Yes.
പണിക്കരേട്ടാ നമസ്കാരമുണ്ട്.
നമസ്കാരം.
Okay, live
stream ആയല്ലോ.
Okay.
So right begin. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Good evening all. First of all, I would like to thank everyone who give me this opportunity to welcome all my senior tax practitioners on this webinar. My name Vipin. One second. Okay, my name Vipin, tax practitioner and the chief editor of Tax Kerala Business Magazine. I also want to thank to all members for joining our program. I hope this program will be grand and successful, and you will get updation in GST and other our taxation sector. So I just introduce our moderator once. First of all, Mr. Venu or Prabhu. He's from Cochin, Kerala. His organization name Arjun Associates. He's dealing all tax-related matters like GST, income tax, and his experience from 1988. That means he's all, and also he's from Kerala. And then second, our moderator, Mr. Aniruddhan sir, he is the very experienced person in our Kerala. He is preparing books of accounts and management of and industrial consultancy, project report, and tax matters and GST practitioner also. His experience is since from 1970, and his business located at Vadakkancheri, Trichur district in Kerala, and he's a academic in junior diploma in corporation and diploma in sales taxation and prestigious Gulati Institute of Finance and Taxation Trivandrum, and GST from GST in course certificate course from GST from Institute of Cost Accountant of India, and advanced certificate course in GST from Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and his experience from 1970 and 29 years service field, means a government retired person, and is the post as senior core inspector and practitioner in TNVAT and KVAT from 2005, and GST practitioner since the starting of from GST, and author of Practical GST Handbook, and Industry Entrepreneurship, appearing appeal cases under KGST, VAT, and GST. And our moderator, Mr. KK Tankachan, his organization name is Tankachan and Company, and he is dealing tax-related matters under KGST, KVAT, KML, and GST matters, and his experience since 1990. And he is also from Ernakulam, that Perimpavur, Kerala. And our other outstate moderator is Mr. CS AR Sedu sir. He is practicing company secretary at Coimbatore and Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, and qualification BCom, MPA Finance and ACS. And he is assistant manager at Standard Chartered Bank at Chennai. He's all working, and manager finance at Premier Pressure Cooker at Chennai. And 2003 onwards, practicing indirect taxes and direct taxes and ROC matters at Coimbatore, and passion in teaching, conducting seminar. Then after GST introduction till now, he's already delivered more than 800 lectures, visiting faculty for professional institutes and colleges. And then another our moderator, Kota Santosh Kumar Chowdhury. His organization name is Chowdhury Consultancy. He's practicing GST and income tax, and also preparing CA final, and experience in from 2011, and Jaipur, Odisha, is dealing from that type of clients in Odisha. And this is our esteemed moderator of this discussion and this meeting. So I just hand over my mic to Venu or Prabhu, please. Venuji.
Yes. Vipinji, thank you very much. And the profile of another person, vibrant person, is Vipin Kumar KP. He is from VNV Tax Solutions India Private Limited. He is the chief editor. He is the chief editor of Tax Kerala, Malayalam Monthly Business Magazine, and he is doing all types of direct tax, indirect tax, MSME, trademark, ISO, labor laws, etc. And he has experience from 2001. He is from Ernakulam, Kochi 80. Okay, right. And also he is from Kerala state also. So I think that 4 out of the 6 members, four people are from Kerala and one from the near neighborhood, that is from Tamil Nadu, and other one from Odisha. Okay, we have a vibrant group from which we just within a couple of 2 days we had planned this about the month of September. It is very important for a professional, especially for a GST professional. It is very important. And the purpose of the meeting is to have a discourse and have a discussion about what is the importance of this September month as regards GST is concerned. There are so many people who are from so many places. So in the chat box, I request as a poll or something like that, you may please tweet it, because we have to assess from where the dignitaries, because we know that there are so many dignitaries, chartered accountant, company secretary, and everyone is in the platform. Yes, so in the chat box, you put it as from Kerala, you put it as K, Tamil Nadu, you put it as T, and from wherever you are, you please have a poll so that we can understand it. On the other hand, whether we have to move on with English, Hindi, Tamil, or which language you prefer to have a class, so that if you want to have in Malayalam, you put it as M. If you want to have because there are so many people are there, if you want to have it in a English medium, you can put it as E. If you want to have a H Hindi, you put it as Hindi, or these are the languages. And we have another person from Odisha. He can handle Odia as well as Telugu. Telugu he can speak only. That is the medium in which the chat is coming. Okay, we can assess it. Vipinji, kindly, because it is an interactive session, you don't feel, because we, even though we are younger or elder to anybody else, you don't feel about it, because this is a discussion forum, so that we all can have an interactive session. We moderators are very much interested in the interactive session. And when a moderator is being taken a class or something like that, he is putting an information, you please make the chat box in such a way that if any question arises, you put it in it, so that we can make them attend what is it. And the moderators itself or the faculties who are chartered accountant or something like that, we are very, very known. Tony sir is here, and certain more dignitaries are here. You can, Sri Kumar sir is here. You can, BRS Neelakandan sir is here. Everyone can make a chat and make a reply, so that we can be a vibrant within a short span of time. Okay. So we are here for the meeting of 94. The 94 participants are attending, and live stream is going on. Vipinji is watching the live stream. Yeah. If you are watching, and if you can have any query, you can do it. You can subscribe it in any language, so that we can make it for attending it, and we can have a lively, good, interactive class. Okay. So let me move on to our moderator, because we have planned such a thing that it is we are not made any PPT or anything else, because it is with a need of an hour, that is within 24 hours, because we plan for a Sunday, but Sunday it will be inconvenient for others, so that we have preponed to Saturday. That is the thing. Okay, anyway, we can manage it. Now I put Tangachan-ji, it is your turn. You can start. Okay.
Thank you, Vanaji. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, most respected coordinator and chief admin of today's webinar and senior tax professional Sri Venuar Prabhu, tax expert and chief editor of Tax Kerala Magazine and VNV Tax Solution Private Limited, Sri Vipin Kumar, veteran and most senior tax professional Sri Anirudhan sir, and my co-moderator, practicing company secretary and today's my co-moderator Sri A.R. Sedu sir from Coimbatore, and another tax expert and my co-moderator Sri Kota Santosh Kumar Chaudhary from Jaipur, Odisha, and esteemed group members and dear participants of today's webinar. A very good evening to all and a warm welcome to this webinar once again. Today we have arranged this webinar for discussing the precautionary measures that has to be taken while filing the return for the month of September. I think the subject is limited to the particular item of September month return. As all we know, filing of return for the month September is a very crucial one. As far as a tax professional concerned, it has to be taken utmost care for filing the return for the month September in every year. As all we know, there is no provision for revising return under GST regime. Once the return is filed, it could not be revised under GST regime. But as per section 39 and 9 of the CGST Act, a clear provision inserted for making amendments, deletions, rectification, etc. But there is a specific condition there in the inserted there in the section 39(9). That is, the omissions or deletions or modifications occurred in respect of scrutiny or audit, inspection or enforcement by the tax authorities. It could not be rectified through the return for the month September. According to GST Act, eligibility and condition for taking input tax credit is clearly explained under section 16. One of the important conditions stipulated under section 16(2)(d) is making of payments to suppliers within a stipulated time of 180 days. That is from the date of affecting of inward supply or inward service. That's one of the main condition. There is so many other conditions stipulated under section 16 for availing input tax credit. The other dangerous section is 16(4). If a registered person files a return after the due date of annual return or the due date or on or before the due date of filing of month of September, that dealer would not be availed input tax related to the inward supply affected by the dealer. In this meeting, I think so many eminent tax professionals and tax experts from various parts of our countries participate in the meeting. We are planning to discuss the matter. An elaborated discussion is invited from all the experts participate in the meeting. The subject matter is filing of return for the month September. Whatever omissions or addition or deletion needed in the returns already filed, that can be rectified by the return for the month September itself. There is no provision for revising the return once filed. The core factor of the GST regime is input tax credit. For availing the input tax credit, so many restrictions and conditions stipulated under Section 16. Section 16, I would like to share my personal experience. In one of my case, I have filed the return by availing input tax credit after the due date of filing of September month return. In that case, the department has issued a ASMT 10 notice, and the defects were clearly pointed out, and the input tax credit availed after the due date has been demanded and requested to repay with or reverse with the applicable interest. With the permission of my client, I have challenged the matter before the Honorable High Court. The Honorable High Court has been stayed the matter. From liable sources, I know that, and according to information from my lawyer, identical matters, so many identical matters pending before the court. What will be the final result, that I don't know, but I got an interim stay in this matter. Now I have explained this experience before this webinar only for sharing among the participants. Most of the notices received from the department is the mismatch of credits in between 2A. That's a serious issue. Some officers are not clearly spelled out the differences and what act and rule enable for issuing the notice is not clearly spelled out there in the notice. According to my experience, I have pointed out this type of mistakes to the concerned state tax officers, and they are accepted that they have issued the detailed notices with a very explained statement of the mismatched figures. In the absence of detailed mismatched figures, we could not file a proper reply before the state tax officers. Anyway, we can discuss all the matters related to input tax and what are the precautionary measures has to be taken before filing the return for the month September. I think so many eminent persons are from various parts of our country in this webinar. They will share their experience in the question and answer session. I would not like to continue my speech. I would like to share the experience through the question and answer session. Dear Vipin, please have the session to my co-moderator, Sri Aniruddhan sir. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Aniruddhan sir, please.
Yes. Good evening to you all.
Yeah.
Sir, especially Venu sir, Vipinji, Oli sir. I especially encourage Mr. Tony sir because he has also attended our webinar. Even though he is not a moderator, I appreciate him. I express my warm welcome to him for joining the meeting. Other moderators, Sadhu sir from Coimbatore, Kota Santosh Kumarji, and all. Sir, the subject which is given to me is amendment, if any, in GSTR 1 return. From the inception of the GST, they have allowed so much time for the amendment of the GSTR 1 returns. The 2017 and 18 has got much time. But 2021 is will not get the time after September 30, because I am saying so because the 1920 has not allowed much time. It is closed. Now it is closed. We can't amend the 1920 now. As such, it is very important. It's very, very important to have, if any, amendment to be done on the GSTR 1 during this month itself. If we are, if some invoices or some debit notes, etc., as missed to enter, the co-party will not get the input tax credit on that invoices. That is the problem. They are saying it would have to come into the 2B, only we will get the input tax credit. But the act is saying we can amend the returns, we can do the entries up to filing, due date for filing of return for the month of September, and or filing of annual return, whichever is earlier. We never think that this date will be extended. During the year 1920, mean 30th September 20, we have not received any extension on this date. We have applied, we have represented to the dignitaries, to the authorities for getting an extension for this purpose, but they have not allowed. Please see, this year also we don't get to the time. Even though the offices are closed, the income tax returns date for filing the income tax returns are extended. Only completion of the accounts we know what omissions are happened, but they will extend this date. We will have to do before October 11 for getting the credit of our co-dealers. That is the importance of this month. So, if any omissions happened, we would have to go to the while filing the return for the month of September in October before October 11. Before October 11, that would have to note the return. Sometimes we think the return would have to be filed for September in the after 11 the October. The credit will not be allowed. That is the importance. The extension, the delay, if any delay is happened, if any anything happened due to the internet or anything, we would not get the benefit. That is a very cruel decision of the council. So please arrange to do it before the due date. We take, while filing the return for that month, we take the amendment section, no deletion or no deletion will be allowed. We can take the amendment section, only amendment would have to be allowed. Amendment section, and take the which month we require the amendment, and we give that details on that month. Change the date or anything, just like amount, etc., and give the same. In fact, if any bill is missed, we have provision to add it also. It is not an amendment, it is an addition. We have to add that bill, but sometimes the B2C bill would have, B2B bills would have added to the B2C bill for any month. that month we take the amendment on the B2C bill, B2C portion amend, deduct the amount, reduce the amount, what would have to be added, and then we add that bill during the month of September, return with the September, and give that bill and details as addition. It is a fact that if we do the amendments, that would not appearing in the liability statement or the records of the officers, but we can show the same to the officers concerned. So we will be cautious, we will be precautious to do the amendment, if any, during the month of September itself for the year 2021. If it is not done, we would our cooperative will not get the input tax credit on that bill, that debit note. So we will be cautious for doing that. The another point allowed to me is the RCM, if any, mishap. Our friends, it is a portion of some mistakes would be happened on the RCM. Please note, in our scenario, there is so much private limited and limited companies in our clients. Some of the directors of the company would have taken their remuneration as from the company by writing as expense in the accounts. For sitting fee and other remuneration, there is having the RCM, and it is a must matter. If any RCM is, if any sitting fee, RCM, sitting fee or remuneration, RCM is missed during the year 2021, we would have surely done during this month itself. Then only we can get the input tax credit of that amount. There is no loss for any client, but it would have taken and it would have to adjust it. In other point, there is a argument. There is an argument that the IPT will be allowed on self-invoicing after this date, but it is an argument only, no decision. In my knowledge, no decision is come apart on the subject. So we don't go for that challenge. We would have to take it. Another point, the persons of importers would have taken the ocean freight of import of goods, not export of goods. Export of goods, the GTA charges, the freight is exempted till 39/22. But the import RCM is taxable, but it is taken to, it would have to taken to the RCM, and it would have to be adjusted before during the month of September, for September, if it is missed during 2021. This is a must thing. There is a case from the Madras High Court that the IGST is charging while import along with the import duty, and hence it is not required. But for not for the case for smooth functioning of the GST, it is better to have take the, in my opinion, it is better to have take the same to the credit and adjust the same without any loss. So it also would have taken to the care. The another one thing, it is the IPT on the compensation cess. Some cigarette, if there is any cigarette delays, please ensure that they have taken the IPT on the cess, and it would have to adjust to the output tax. Please note, there is no value addition. There is no addition of anything on that item, because it is charging from the manufacturing side itself on the length of the cigarette. But for the adjustment in the accounts, for the adjustment in the returns, we would have to do it during the month of September itself. We should have take care on that point also. It is an RCM by way of the compensation cess. It would also have to be adjusted. This omission is happening from most of our clients, most of our friends. There so many cases are come to me that is not taken, that is not taken. It is an issue. Now the officers are not knowing about verification of that, and it is not coming to the care of them, and it is not coming to the notice, but it will come after some time. So we have to ensure much care on that point for getting the answer on that. If it is missed, we will be put into much trouble. So the RCM points in the ocean freight compensation cess item and other, if any, is that would have to be taken within the time stipulated urgently. Don't miss that item. Now, while getting to the GSTR 1 for verification, we would have complete it and look whether all the GSTR 1 returns and the GSTR 3B is correct or not. The mismatch is coming so many places. The notices are issuing. The 3B is not tallying with the GSTR 1. So we would have to verify whether the GSTR 1 is submitted in accordance with the GSTR 3B, and or if any difference is seen, it would have to be done. There is so many softwares to verify the same, and we would have to see that we use that software, and immediate work has to be done whether any omission is happened with the GSTR 3B and GSTR 1. If
Anindra sir, a small pause. Respected members, if you are not camera is not okay, you please make it mute or something like that, because we are doing it in a live stream. Sai Surya Prasad, kindly, this is a professional group, kindly make it in a such a way. Thank you, sir. Anindra sir, you can carry on.
Okay. While doing the GSTR 1 amendments, some points would not be allowed by our software, our tax portal. Some amendment could not be. If any export is happened, export could not be amended. When export is done in the GSTR 1, it could not be amended. The tax invoice could not be taken to the, as per rule, the tax invoice cannot be taken to the bill of supply. That is what I am saying, that the if any tax invoice is omitted, it will be taken to an addition, taken as an addition. If bill of supply means the total amount will be given to the B2C scenario, that will be reduced. That can be reduced with an amendment, and the GSTR 1 can be in GSTR 1, the B2B bill will be given as an amendment. As like also the debit notes and credit notes would also have to be done as such, but the change, the credit note and debit note, if we give, it would have to be tallied with the original invoice. During this year, it would have to be tallied. From the next year, the change will be come on that the debit note and credit notes will be independent, but it have to be done during that year itself. But during this year, that details of the debit note and credit notes would have to be tallied with the original invoice. In all such, please think that all the debit notes or credit notes have to be issued by the supplier itself, by the supplier of the goods itself. Sometimes it is seeing that the debit notes and credit notes are being issued by the recipient also, and they would also like to enter the same in the GSTR 1 returns. It is not correct. Please think that the debit notes and credit notes, if the related to the supply, has to be done by the supplier of the goods itself. No, the recipient can issue that documents as per GST law. The HSN summary would not cannot be edited. The narrated items would not be taken to the other scenario, but we care. All the items are given, all have ended into the GSTR 1 returns, and RCM may be made as I have suggested. The further matter we can discuss with the at the time of Q&A session. And I would like to conclude the matter. I think you would have interested my presentation. If any fault is happened, please excuse me. Then I am handovering the mic to my friend, Mr. Vipin. Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Anirudhan sir. Actually, this media is only not on English. We can discuss in our Q&A session. We can choose in Malayalam language. There is not an issue. So, Venuji, please next one.
Yeah, next one. Okay, just a second. It is Santosh ji. Santosh bhai, you can add your
Hello.
points, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Actually, I want to thank Venu sir and Tax Kerala for giving me the opportunity to speak on this crucial juncture where we are discussing about the modification, addition, anything which is pertaining to financial year 2021. Okay. So my topic is, which was given, is import of service. So in the matter of import of service, we have to check section 7, whether this section 7 includes import of service. Yes, section 7 of CGST Act includes import of service as supply. Okay, so the relevant point is, which are the supplies, which are the import of supplies which will be included in the service, and we have to pay RCM on that amount. So we have to check the relevant section 7(4) of IGST Act. Okay, then after we have to check charging section 5. Okay, in the charging section we have to certain, government has notified certain services under the notification number 10/2017, where they have declared certain services on which the recipient has to pay the tax. And in the notification number 9/2017, the government has declared certain services and certain recipients where they no need to pay the RCM. And those recipients are individual and household who are receiving the service, and another service which falls under OIDAR service, online information database access and retrieval. For that particular section is there, section 14 of IGST Act. Okay, so this is one thing, and the other topic is given to me is Rule 36(4). So Rule 36(4) is directly relating with your section 16(2) of CGST Act. So 16(2) is giving the, actually section 16(2) talks about the availing of ITC by a taxable person. When they can avail the ITC, if they satisfy the 4 conditions which are given in section 16(2), so they can avail that ITC. But from 7th October onwards, 7 October 2019, 9th October 2019 onwards, the government has brought Rule 36(4), where they have restricted the ITC to 20% at the initial level. Then after, from 1st January 2020 onwards, they have restricted the availing of ITC where the supplier not filed the GST of 1. So in that case, they have restricted it to 10%, and subsequently from 1st January 2021 onwards, they have restricted that ITC, availing ITC to 5% of 105% of your GST 2A information. So this is the time to reconcile all the consultant, all the advocates or tax practitioners who are listening this webinar. I request all to do the reconciliation statement with match with your GST 2A data with your books of accounts, particularly 2B data from 1st January 2020 onwards. You have to look after your 2B data with books of accounts. In that books of accounts, you have to check whether all the vendors from whom you have purchased that goods or services, whether they have filed their return on time or not. Because before October 11, they have to file the GSTR 1 who are under regular scheme, and on 13th of October who are under QRMP scheme. If they file on and after 11th or 13th respectively, we can't avail the input tax credit because rule 36(4) restricting that ITC. So we have to be careful in this regard, and we have to do the reconciliation as soon as possible and inform your respective clients that these are the vendors who have not filed their GSTR 1 and ask them to file within that respective period of time. Then after the third topic was given to me is job work. In this case, job work, we know section 19 governs your job work related things, and rule 50 and particular rule is rule 55. Rule 55 talks about your invoicing everything. So in the case of job work, where you are sending that your goods to for a particular work related things for job work, you have to issue a triplicate copy of your delivery challan along with e-way bill depending upon your respective states. Okay, if it is a interstate job work, then you have to compulsorily issue a e-way bill. Okay, as per the rule 55. Then after, the main thing is whether when we have to at the time of issue of job work, the principal manufacturer can avail the input on the goods which have been issued which have been sent for job work. And in the case of finished goods, in the case of capital goods also, the principal manufacturer can avail the input tax credit immediately when he added that thing, when he purchased the capital goods. So if goods are which either maybe your raw material or your capital goods which are sent for job work, if it is not returned within 1 year, for particularly for raw material, and for capital goods it is 3 years. In that case, you have to reverse that ITC. Then after, sir, I want to skip that import of
No problem.
goods to Venu, sir.
Our Periyar AR Sethu sir will cover up. No problem. You can
Sir,
relax.
actually, this is my
Okay.
first time, sir. This is my first time.
No problem.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
Santosh ji, please
Haji.
be aware. This platform is for learning everything.
Yes, I
That's
understand,
the
sir. I understand, sir.
thing. Because we are all brothers and sisters, and this
Yes, sir.
platform
Yes,
is a
sir.
professional platform for us. So we have to enjoy it. That's the
No,
thing.
sir. I actually thank Venu, sir, and Tex Kerala for giving me the opportunity to speak, sir.
Sure.
Actually, this is
No
my
problem.
first
No
opportunity.
problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sethu sir,
Thank you.
it's your turn, and you can unmute and speak, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bharina sir, we can answer whatever be the question. No problem about it. And so after this, after Sethu sir deliberation, we have question answer, which will be in their own regional language. You don't be hesitant for Tamil, for Malayalam, for Odisha, or Telugu, any language you can, no problem, including English and Hindi. Thank you. Sir, it's open to you.
பாலும் தெளி தேனும் பாகும் பருப்பும் இவை நாளும் கலந்துனக்கு நான் தருவேன் கோலம் செய் துங்கக் கரிமுகத்து தூமணியே நீ எனக்கு சங்கத்தமிழ் மூன்றுதான். Respected Venu K. Prabhu sir, and other senior professional colleagues. Good evening to one and all here. Today is a very good, excellent topic discussed our eminent speakers. I will try to add some more valuable points to this forum. Shall we call us a burning issue on September today topic? I think that's my humble submission before the audience. Actual due date of 3B. Actually, now we have to discuss only based on ITC because IT is a very important point. September month return is a do or die situation for every tax professionals. Actual due date of 3B is 20th September 2021. If Mr. X or Y is filing the return 21st September, IT is available or not. Participant may post your answers, please. That may be a live session because now the session is going on in online. Somebody is sleeping or watching movies. We are not able to recognize. That's always my teachings belongs to reciprocal basis.
Definitely, sir. Respected members, kindly show your face also. It will be a good thing, and you should be in professional means at least in a binion or in short because the live stream is going on.
Yes. Mr. X is filing the return 21st October 2021. Whether ITC is eligible or not. If eligible, put it yes. If not eligible, put it no. No, very good. Only one response is received, no issue. Okay. Tamil சொல்லுவாங்க ஒரு பானை சோத்துக்கு ஒரு சோறு பதம். Actually, okay. one is good. Okay. Mr. Akshay represented section 64. Exactly, sir. Actually, actual due date is 20th is due date. Because of Corona, the government may be extended due date. The God's grace due date is extended. We are very lucky. Then second point, import purchase. Mr. One person explains, sorry, I forgot the name. There is no restriction under section 16.4 for import purchase because the condition is that the assessor is having the invoice. Suppose you are purchasing from import, there is no invoice, it's a bill of entry. So doesn't bother of the import purchase. If anything missed in import purchase, you may take avail the ITC after the September 21st also. Then another one thing regarding RCM. Regarding RCM, section 9.3, there is no issue. Section 9.4, during the financing of books of accounts, we may pay the advocate fee through for business purpose. If you pay the business purpose, you have to pay the RCM. The concern may be preparatory concern. The assessee may pay the legal opinion for construction of personal house. There is no necessity of pay RCM. That we have to segregate. Another one thing, another thing, sir, explained a very good manner. Credit note also time limit is there. Debit note there is no time limit on September. But credit note actually we have to file before 20th of the October. Another one thing, 2A and 2B. 2A, 2B, some notification is there. I will share the notification. The notification number 49/2019, Central Tax, dated 9th 10 October 2019. That rule 37 class is added from up to December 2020, only 2A. From January 2021 out, only 2B. Whether legal experts are arguing, now this forum, we have to oblige the 2A and 2B. Then another thing, reversal. Reversal is very good, important point. Reversal, we may calculate, we may segregate it rule 42 and 43. Rule 42 belongs to exempted goods and taxable goods. One mixed mystery X is that X is a manufacturer of laptop computer and another exempted product also. Laptop computer is taxable. Another exempted product is also manufacturing. Mr. X is purchasing the material in common basis. He is paying the rent for entire building. The same building is utilized for manufacturing a laptop as well as and manufacturing exempted goods. During the filing of the return, exempted goods ITC have to be reversed. That's called 42. 43 belongs to capital goods. Mr. X is that is manufacturing of taxable goods and the exempted goods which is utilizing the same machinery. We have to reverse the exempted goods ITC practically. Then we got to verify the ice skate portal regarding export. This is a very important thing. Then we got to verify the e-waybill because e-waybill data are captured by GSTR1. We have to verify the e-waybill. Then we have to verify the audited financials before finalizing the annual return. With any other income like a commercial rental income is that assessing may not intimate to the tax professional regarding we are here during the reconciliation of 20 says some TDS may be deducted. That time we have to convince the assessee, ask him to pay the along with the interest. Then another thing, jobber things explained by Mr. Kota. Actually, one more to value addition regarding jobber. Actually, we have to find the ITC 04. During the introduction of the GST, the council is recommended and the department also notified. Every quarterly ITC 04 have to be paid succeeding the 25th of the quarter. Again, the exemption is given for financial 2017-18 and 18-19. From 1920 onwards, the ITC 04 is mandatory. Why the ITC 04 is mandatory? Because without the ITC 04, whether the goods are returned or not returned within the 1 year, raw material, otherwise capital goods are returned within 3 years or not. That's why the government is following the ITC 04. Now the 45th Council recommendation also, ITC 04 is time gap is extended. Yesterday, notification also issued by the government. Now the ITC 04, the turnover is above 5 crore, aggregate turnover is above 5 crore. ITC 04 have to be filed only half-yearly. If the aggregate turnover is above 5 crore, the ITC 04 have to file half-yearly. If the aggregate turnover is below 5 crore annually, the relaxation is given by the government. If the ITC 04 is not filed, till now the government is not enabled the late fee with the God's grace. As early as possible, the respective participants kindly file the ITC 04 before the imposition of the late fee, because GSTR1 also late fee started. GSTR3P is blocked regarding non-filing of GSTR1. Till now, today our staffs are filed ITC 04 regarding 1920. Till now, late fees are not enabled. Lot of topics are there. During the time constraint, I'll conclude my session. Thank you for your opportunity, Mr. Venu sir. Now the voting is handed over to Mr. Venu sir.
So the question answer session will kindly raise your hands so that once one who had raised the hand, we will call and make them answer. No problem. Okay. One come Baleshan sir. Okay, Baleshan sir, you can ask in any language. No problem.
Sir,
Yeah. Tell me, sir.
I am having
Sir, ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്തോളൂ, ഓഡിയോ ഓഫ് ചെയ്തോളൂ, ഓഡിയോ ഓഫ് ചെയ്തോളൂ. വീഡിയോ സ്ട്രീം ചെയ്യുന്നു സാർ, വോയിസ് ബ്രേക്ക് ആവുന്നു സർ, വോയിസ് ബ്രേക്ക് ആവുന്നു, വോയിസ് ഇസ് ബ്രേക്കിംഗ് സർ. യു വീഡിയോ ഓഫ് ആൻഡ് മേക്ക് ഇറ്റ് ഓഡിയബിൾ. Balance sir, speak. Audio is breaking. Your internet is not stable. Video on ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ സാർ? വീഡിയോ ഓഫ് ആക്കൂ, അപ്പൊ റെഡി ആവും. Yes, you can now you can speak.
hello.
Yeah,
Can you hear?
tell me sir, tell. സാറ് രണ്ട് ഇതില് ലോഗിൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ? എക്കോ അടിക്കുന്നു.
ഇല്ല, ഒരെണ്ണത്തിലുള്ളൂ.
ഇപ്പൊ കേൾക്കാലോ, അപ്പൊ സംസാരിച്ചോളൂ.
ഹലോ.
യെസ്,
Can you explain how purchase return ITC on purchase is dealt in 3B?
Actually, sir, shall I answer, sir? Venu, sir? Shall I answer?
Yes.
Purchase return,
Yes.
purchase return.
Regarding purchase return, you have to explain whether the goods or services.
Goods.
Goods. The purchase returns
Ah.
returned within the stipulated time or exceed the stipulated time.
Within the stipulated time.
Within stipulated time, no, not necessary. You have to reverse the ITC. That's all.
Reverse. Okay. With interest. Yes, interest is necessary to pay.
If you have proper evidence of purchase return,
Interest.
there is no necessary payment of interest. You have a e-way bill.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Then.
Okay. Others can unmute and raise hands and speak, no problem. Tony
Hello.
sir,
Sethu sir,
Yes, sir.
Tony
Tell-
sir, if any points to add on? Tony sir,
Yes, I am here. Yes.
yeah.
Am I
Any
audible?
Yes,
points to be covered up, you may please make us
Okay. On which topic?
at the topic on yes, ask the question, sir. Any from the audience, you may please ask.
Can I ask one more question?
Okay, why not? Why
Yes,
not?
yes.
In March 2021, I have taken ITSA excess ITSA 1000 because of it is not in the 2B. Even though it is not 2B, it is in 2A, but not in 2B. So how can I take the ITSA and what is the remedy to rectify that mistake?
Okay, sir. Actually,
As per-
okay, please finish your question, sir, please.
Yes.
Okay,
That is, there is a purchase transaction in 2A, not in 2B, but it came lately, next month.
okay.
So
I
how we will handle that?
I understood, sir. If your seller filed the GSTR one before the 11th of the succeeding month, the ITC will be reflected in next month 2B. If your supplier filed the GSTR one after the 11th, the 2B will reflect on next month only. Next month only.
Okay.
Suppose regarding March, you will not avail the ITC. You will take ITC on April.
But I have taken ITC wrongly in March. How can I rectify it?
If you avail wrongly means this is a wrong availment. You have to pay along with the 24% interest.
Interest. But
Okay. Thank
ITC
you.
can be taken in 2 years. There, isn't
Sorry,
it?
sir, your voice is breaking. Kindly type in your question, sir. Faculty will try to answer your query, sir, please.
Sethu sir, he is asking that in GST 2A it is
but
reflecting.
that
Okay, but
avail-
in 2B it is reflecting in subsequent month.
Yes, sir. That's a toll. From March, from January
But-
20 onwards, we got to oblige 2B only. Till
Yes. From January 1st onwards.
So-
yeah. That's why I told, because he told that it's a March 21. January 21 it's a 2B.
Okay.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Due to COVID, now government
But,
also given.
I can
Yeah.
I can reverse and also take ITC.
You have to reverse that. If you have a ITC in your credit ledger, there is no pesos, there is no payment of interest, because you are not utilized. You are availed, you are not utilized. As per the earlier.
But since I am reversing next month, I can take ITC.
Yes, sir. You can take the ITC, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, you can take.
Interest is to be paid.
Sir, there is no necessity of payment of interest, because if
I
avail,
can take ITC and
No, sir. If you have availed the ITC and utilized the ITC, in that case only you have to make the
pay the
interest
interest.
payment.
Yeah.
Then after recently in the recent GST council, they have told that the interest will be at the rate of 18%, not
Yes, yes.
24%.
Yes,
But the notification should
Okay.
be, we have to wait for the notification.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, okay. And
Thank you,
I
thank you.
think Arup Das Gupta is there. Chartered accountant. Sir, can you add certain points? Arup Das Gupta from West Bengal.
Sir, namaste.
Yes. Okay. Devi Ambrakad, sir, you can speak in Malayalam also, no problem. Now it is a question answer session. Devi sir, here sir, you can unmute and speak. Sumeshan, okay, yes, you can. You had hand raised, it's your turn. Sumesh N. Unmute and tell. Sumesh ji, unmute
Hello.
kar do.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Sir, actually, we made a mistake while filing March monthly return. March month monthly return while filing, we are not took any ITC, and
Okay.
we paid net amount as tax through DRC 03.
Okay.
We are not availed any input tax credit through GSR 3B. What is the solution for getting ITC for the month of March?
Sir, March
Sir,
which
you
year,
can-
sir? March 21 or 20? Which year, sir?
21.
Sir, you are having time limit to September, sir. You may avail the ITC.
Actually, the error is that, for example, I'm just telling that we are 1 lakh rupees ITC and 3 lakhs rupees output tax. We paid 2 lakhs through DRC 03.
Why you paid why you paid through DRC 3? Why
Yeah.
did you pay GST?
Actually, that is a mistake done through. Actually, this is a communication mistake, sir. Actually, we made tax amount to the customer. They paid amount through cash in our cash ledger, but filing the return, we made as nil return.
Oh, okay. In the
Yes.
annual return, you can file, sir. In annual return, you can adjust that one for 2021.
Actually, the ITC is only available through 3B only, no, sir. That is the issue.
No. For ITC, you can avail. You have the time period to avail that ITC, sir, till October 20. Before
Okay, sir.
filing the return of 3B for the month of September, you can avail that ITC. There is no
Okay,
restriction.
when avail the ITC, the ITC will be laying in our credit ledger itself.
Yes. It will in your credit ledger only.
Okay, sir. Actually, we paid net amount only.
Okay,
Yeah.
no issue, sir. No issue. You can
Yeah,
avail
sir,
that
sir.
ITC.
Sir,
Hello?
I will go one more point, sir, because already paid only 2 lakhs. Balance 1 lakh due is there. You have to pay along with the interest, sir. Because
No, sir. Is it through cash or credit?
through cash only, because you are availing the ITC in the month of September. You are not able to set up and
yes.
backdate. You have to pay 1
Yeah,
lakh
that is
along
issue.
with the 18% interest. You have to narrate the proper details in DRC 03. You have to edit in annual return, file the annual return. You have to pay balance 1 lakh, only cash only. You may take ITC, no issue.
Sir, shall I do one of my doubt is we will avail ITC through for the month of October.
In the month of September filing return, sir. In the month of September filing return.
September return. We are taking input through September return, and we paid DRC through from credit ledger. Is it possible?
Balance 1 lakh. Balance 1 lakh. You have to pay. Then
Balance
you have
amount.
to-
Balance amount.
Sumesh sir.
You have to show the
See,
purchase in-
balance, you can send in any fashion, pay it in any fashion by filing another DRC 03. But only thing is, since you have availed the credit in the respective month till September, and you have to pay the interest in cash.
Hello. Am I
Correct,
audible?
sir.
Hello.
Audible,
Yes.
Audible. Hello. Sir, I miss some points.
No issue.
No. What I
Okay, Tangachan sir, please.
Hello? Hello?
No, who
Yeah,
told
yeah, audible.
add certain points? Yeah, please. Welcome, sir. Tell me, sir.
Hello?
Hello,
Yeah, audible.
hello.
Audible, sir. Speak,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Audible, sir. Sir, what exactly he is asking, sir? In the month of
Hello.
March, he has filed GSTR 1, but in the 3B, he has filed nil return. Okay, he has not declared the liability as well as he has not taken that input also. So
Yes,
his
sir.
query is, how can I handle that situation?
The service charge adjolu.
Sir, that's why we
Yes.
we posted our humble opinion.
Hello.
He have to pay the balance 1 lakh rupees through DRC 03 along with the 18% interest. He is having a right to avail the ITC, but he is not able to set up the ITC in backdate. He have to report the purchase in audited financials. He have to maintain the ITC carry forward entity duties and taxes for setup purpose.
The difference
Hello.
can,
Setu sir, I have a query, sir. Setu
Yes, sir,
sir,
please.
I have a query.
Please,
Sir, the thing is,
Huh.
in the case of if you are declaring any liability in the annual return, in that case only you have to pay using DRC 03 from case ledger only.
Because now Mr. Sumesh paid in today, he may pay the interest within today. If the
No, interest he can pay, sir. But the thing
because
is,
if we recognize the issue, why shall we wait for till annual return? Till
no,
now the
what I
annual-
am asking now, sir. No,
Yes.
my query is,
Yeah.
sir, you are telling that you have to pay through case ledger only.
Yeah.
For that liability.
Yes.
But my point of view is there is no need to pay through using your case ledger. You can even use your credit ledger also. Only in the case.
because the ITC availed on only today. How can you adjust for back date? Because the
Okay.
ITC belongs to March purchase. I
Okay.
understood. I recognize your view.
Hmm.
Because the due have to be paid on March. March he omitted the ITC. He is availing the ITC on today only. He is
In the
not
September,
able.
right.
He is not able to utilize the ITC in back date. That's why humble submission.
Yes.
But sir, let me, amplify the issue.
Please, sir.
See,
Please.
he can still pay in using credit ledger, provided he has credit in his books of accounts as on
Yes.
today. But he has to pay the interest. He has to pay the interest from for these 6 months. Like that's from he adjusted in March 2021. Now it is September. For those many, 5 months, 20 days or whatever, he can still pay it in DRC 03 in any
Using
fashion,
credit ledger.
either using credit ledger or in cash.
Yes.
Sir, my humble
But only
submission.
thing is,
Don't
he
mistake
has to
me, sir.
pay interest again at 24% because the notice is not, the notification about change in 24% to 18% is still not gazetted.
Sir, for outward liability, we have to pay only 18%, sir, not
Yes, sir.
24%.
Because this is a non-payment only. No, comes only 18.
This is,
not 20.
yes.
Non-payment.
That's why 18%.
18% only. Sir, sorry, my humble submission, sir. I'm not convinced. Don't mistake me, sir. Actually,
No,
today only if I is filing the return, the ITC will be credited in credit ledger today. The actual due belongs to March. Anyway, he books the purchase in the books of accounts. My humble submission before the audience, but have to be paid only cash ledger. That's my humble submission, sir. Please.
Okay, Venuji,
Okay,
next.
sir. So, Tony, sir, can you add certain points, sir? Tony, sir. Tony,
I
sir.
am having another question to related to same problem.
Just wait a second. One by one, we can take. No problem about it. Tony, sir. Yeah.
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
Yeah. Regarding the discussion, what is your
I
point, sir?
was not listen, I was doing something other things. So can you repeat the question?
Okay. The thing
Sir.
is, Santoshji, question
Shall I
repeat kar do?
Sumesh,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Sumesh,
Shall I repeat the question, sir?
So I will speak what I understood.
സുമേഷ്
sir.
ഒന്ന്
Good evening. I am
സംസാരിച്ചോളൂ. കൃത്യമായിട്ട്
Yeah,
സംസാരിച്ചോളൂ.
you can speak, sir. You can ask the question.
Hello.
സർ ഷാൽ ഐ ആസ്ക് എ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ? ഞാനാണ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ റൈസ് ചെയ്തത്. ഞാൻ ചെയ്യട്ടെ സാർ അത്?
Yes, yes. സുമേഷ് please.
സുമേഷ് അല്ലേ പറഞ്ഞത്?
അതെ സാർ അതെ.
സുമേഷ്
Sir, actually-
സുമേഷ് 1 second പ്ലീസ്.
ആ.
ഞാൻ സുമേഷ് പറഞ്ഞതിൽ നിന്ന് ടോണി സാറിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഞാൻ ആ ക്വസ്റ്റൻ ഒന്നും കൂടെ എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യാണ്.
ഓക്കെ.
During the month 2021 March, ആ ക്ലയന്റ് പർച്ചേസ് എഫക്ട് ചെയ്ത് അതിന് കറസ്പോണ്ടിങ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ITC ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
അതെ.
ITC മാർച്ചിൽ അവൈൽ ചെയ്യാതെ മാർച്ചിൽ റിട്ടേൺ ഫയൽ ചെയ്തപ്പോൾ
നിൽ റിട്ടേൺ ആയി പോയി സാർ. നിൽ റിട്ടേൺ ആയി പോയി.
ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ്.
അല്ല, ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സും അതിൽ 3B നമ്മളൊന്നും കാണിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. 3B നില്ലായിട്ട് പോയി.
ഇൻപുട്ട്
നമ്മൾ ക്യാഷ് ലെജർ അടിച്ചത്, ക്യാഷ് ലെജറിൽ എമൗണ്ട് കണ്ടപ്പോൾ അടുത്ത മാസം നമ്മൾ അതിനെ DRC 03 അടച്ചു.
ക്യാഷ് ലെഡ്ജറിൽ എമൗണ്ട് കണ്ടപ്പോൾ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ
അല്ല സാർ, ഇത് നമ്മൾ ഫില്ല് ചെയ്ത് കൊടുത്താണ്. അവര് ബൈ മിസ്റ്റേക്ക് ക്യാഷ് അടച്ചു. ഫയൽ ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഡു യു വാണ്ട് ടു ഫയൽ നിൽ റിട്ടേൺ എന്ന് ചോദിക്കും. അപ്പൊ അത് നിൽ റിട്ടേൺ ആയിട്ട് പോയി. റിട്ടേൺ നിൽ റിട്ടേൺ ആയി പോയി. നമ്മൾ പേയ്മെന്റ് നടത്തിയിരുന്നു, ക്യാഷ് ലെജറിൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. നമ്മൾ നെക്സ്റ്റ് മന്ത് ആണ് അത് റെക്കഗ്നൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, അത് നിൽ റിട്ടേൺ ആയിട്ട് പോയി എന്നുള്ളത് നമ്മൾ റെക്കഗ്നൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് വെരി നെക്സ്റ്റ് മന്ത് ആണ്.
അതായത് സുമേഷ് പറയുന്നത് ഹി മെയ്ഡ് 3 മിസ്റ്റേക്സ്.
അതെ സാർ.
ഒന്ന്, സെയിൽ ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്തില്ല.
അതെ.
ഇൻപുട്ട് കാണിച്ചില്ല. ക്യാഷ് ലെഡ്ജറിൽ ക്യാഷ് ഇടുകയും ചെയ്തു.
അതെ സാർ. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഇനി ഒരു മിസ്റ്റേക്ക് ചെയ്തു സാർ. അത് DRC 03 അടയ്ക്കുകയും ചെയ്തു. പൈസ അടച്ചതിന് DRC 03 സബ്മിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുകയും ചെയ്തു.
ഓക്കെ, DRC 03 ടേൺ ഓവർ ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്തു.
അല്ല, ടേൺ ഓവർ ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്തില്ല സാർ. ആ ടാക്സ് DRC 03 DRC കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള എമൗണ്ട് അല്ല, ITC കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള എമൗണ്ട് നമ്മൾ അവിടെ അടച്ചു സാർ.
അതായത് ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ 100 രൂപയാണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ്. ഓക്കെ, 80 റുപ്പീസ് ആണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ ഇൻപുട്ട് ടാക്സ്. നിങ്ങൾ 20 റുപ്പീസ് നിങ്ങൾ
DRC 03 അടച്ചു സാർ.
DRC 03 അടച്ചു. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ DRC 03 ടേൺ ഓവർ ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്തത് 20യുടെ ടേൺ ഓവർ ആണ് ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്തത് അല്ലേ?
അല്ല, അതിൽ ടേൺ ഓവർ ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്യേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല സാർ.
മാറ്റർ കാണിച്ചപ്പോ 20 റുപ്പീസ് നിങ്ങൾ DRC 03 കൂടെ പേ ചെയ്തു.
അതെ സാർ.
ഓക്കെ, ഇപ്പൊ നിങ്ങളുടെ ടേൺ ഓവർ കറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടില്ല.
ടേൺ ഓവർ GSTR 01 കറക്റ്റ് ആണ് സാർ. 3Bയിലാണ് തെറ്റിയിരിക്കുന്നത്.
3Bയിൽ കാണിച്ചു, 1 കറക്റ്റ് ആക്കി ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്.
1 കറക്റ്റ് ആണ് സാർ. 1 കറക്റ്റ് ആണ്.
ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങള് ഈ GSTR 3B ഫയൽ ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് സെപ്റ്റംബർ വരെയുള്ള ഏതെങ്കിലും 3Bയിൽ അത് ടേൺ ഓവർ കൂട്ടി കാണിക്കാം. പക്ഷെ അപ്പൊ DRC ഉപയോഗിച്ചത് കൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വീണ്ടും ലയബിലിറ്റി ഡിക്ലെയർഡ് ആവും.
അതെ സാർ. അതെ,
3Bയിൽ. അപ്പൊ 3Bയിൽ കാണിക്കുന്നത് പോസിബിൾ അല്ല.
അതെ സാർ.
അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ചെയ്യാവുന്നത്, നിങ്ങൾ ആനുവൽ റിട്ടേൺ ഫയൽ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ യു ക്യാൻ പ്രോപ്പർലി ഫിൽ ദ കോളം. അവിടെ വരുമ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒരു ഇഷ്യൂ വരും. ആനുവൽ റിട്ടേണിൽ ടേബിൾ 9 പേയബിൾ നിങ്ങൾ കൂട്ടി കാണിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ പേയബിൾ ഉള്ളത് പേ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് ആനുവൽ റിട്ടേണിൽ ടേബിൾ 9 വരും. അടയ്ക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. യു ക്യാൻ ആദ്യം DRC 03 കാണിച്ചു കൊടുത്താൽ മതിയാവും. യു ക്യാൻ എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ദ ഡിഫറൻസ് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ടേബിൾ 9 പേയബിളും പെയ്ഡും തമ്മിലുള്ള വ്യത്യാസം. ദ ഡിഫറൻസ് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ടേബിൾ 9 പേയബിൾ ആൻഡ് പെയ്ഡ് ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു ദ DRC 03
എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി. ചിലപ്പോൾ വരികയാണെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ ചെറിയൊരു ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് വേണമെങ്കിൽ വരുമായിരിക്കും, ലൈബിലിറ്റി വരുമായിരിക്കും.
ടോണി സാർ, അത് പ്രോപ്പർ ആയിട്ട് റെക്കൺസിലേഷനിൽ വരണ്ടേ?
ITC എടുക്കാം.
ഒരു കാര്യം കൂടി ഉണ്ട് സാർ. ടോണി സാർ, 1 ലക്ഷം രൂപ ITC എടുക്കാനുണ്ടായിരുന്നു, എടുത്തിട്ടില്ല.
2
ലക്ഷം അടച്ചിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ആ 1 ലക്ഷം എടുത്തിട്ട് അതുകൂടി DRC 03 വഴി അടയ്ക്കണം.
അതാണ് ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചത് സാർ. അങ്ങനെ അടയ്ക്കാവോ എന്നാണ് ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചത് സാർ.
ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല, അതാണ് ഞാൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അങ്ങനെ 1 ലക്ഷം രൂപ എടുക്കാനുള്ളത് ഇത്തവണത്തെ GSTR 3B വഴി എടുക്കുകയും അത് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ലെഡ്ജറിൽ നിന്ന് അടയ്ക്കാനുള്ള ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സിന്റെ 1 ലക്ഷം രൂപയായിട്ട് അടയ്ക്കുകയും കൂടി ചെയ്താലേ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആവുള്ളൂ. അടക്കാതിരുന്നത് കൊണ്ട് 18% പൈസ കൂടി അടയ്ക്കണം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് അതും കറക്റ്റ് ആണ്. അതും കൂടി അടച്ചാലേ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആവുള്ളൂ.
ടേൺ ഓവറും ഡിക്ലെയർഡ് ആയിട്ടില്ല 3Bയിൽ.
അതെ, കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചെയ്താലേ അവിടെ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആവുള്ളൂ. ഓക്കെ, എനിക്ക്
ഫയൽ ചെയ്യാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു സോഴ്സ് അവിടെ അവൈലബിൾ ആണ്.
അല്ല സാർ, അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ഈ
3Bയിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ടേൺ ഓവറും കൂട്ടി കാണിക്കാം, ഇൻപുട്ടും കൂട്ടി കാണിക്കാം. അപ്പോ ആനുവൽ റിട്ടേൺ ഫയൽ ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് ആനുവൽ 3B നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ് കൂട്ടി കാണിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അവിടെ ടാക്സ് ഓൾറെഡി അടച്ചത് പോലും വീണ്ടും അടയ്ക്കാൻ വരും. 3B കൂടെ കറക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് എളുപ്പമല്ല. ആനുവൽ റിട്ടേണിൽ കൂട്ടി കാണിച്ചാൽ മതി. നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ
ആനുവൽ റിട്ടേണിൽ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഇൻപുട്ട് അവൈൽ ചെയ്യാത്തത് അവിടെ ആനുവൽ റിട്ടേണിൽ അഡ്ജസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല.
ഇൻപുട്ട് എടുക്കുന്നത് 3B കൂടെ തന്നെ എടുക്കണം. ടേൺ ഓവർ ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ആനുവൽ റിട്ടേണിലേക്ക് മാറ്റി വെക്കുക. ഇൻപുട്ട് എടുക്കുന്നത് 3B കൂടെ എടുക്കുക.
നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഇയർ എടുത്തതെന്നൊരു ചോദ്യമുണ്ട്.
കാണിക്കാം. അതായത് ആനുവൽ റിട്ടേൺ ഫയൽ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ടേബിൾ 13-ഉം ടേബിൾ 8C-ലും ഈ പറയുന്ന ഇൻപുട്ട് കാണിക്കണം.
നന്നായിരിക്കട്ടോ. നമ്മൾ ഓൺ മെയ്ഡ് നന്നായിരിക്കും.
ശരി സാർ, ഞാനിത്
ബാലകൃഷ്ണൻ
എറണാകുളം ബാലകൃഷ്ണൻ.
എന്റെ ചോദ്യം, ITSA കൃത്യമായിട്ട് എടുത്തു 2021 ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഷോർട്ടേജ് എടുത്തു. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ എന്താ വെച്ചാല് 21-22 സെപ്റ്റംബറിന് മുമ്പ് നല്ല ITS ഉള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് ആ കഴിഞ്ഞ കൊല്ലത്തെ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ് ഇപ്രാവശ്യത്തെ ITSൽ അഡ്ജസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാമോ അല്ലേ? ഇതാണ് ചോദ്യം.
അല്ല, നിങ്ങൾ കഴിഞ്ഞ കൊല്ലത്തെ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ് ഇക്കൊല്ലത്തെ GSTR 3B ഏതെങ്കിലും 3B സെപ്റ്റംബർ വരെയുള്ള ഏതെങ്കിലും 3Bയിൽ ആഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ടാക്സ് അടയ്ക്കാലോ.
അല്ല, അഡ്ജസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാമെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചത്. അഡ്ജസ്റ്റ്മെന്റ്
അല്ല, നിങ്ങൾ ചോദിക്കുന്നത് ഞാൻ പറയാം 2021 കുറച്ച് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ് നിങ്ങൾ 21-22 സെപ്റ്റംബർ വരെയുള്ള ഏതെങ്കിലും 3Bയിൽ കൂടെ കൂട്ടി കാണിക്കുന്നു. എന്നിട്ട് ആ ലൈബിലിറ്റി യു ആർ ഗോയിങ് ടു പേ ത്രൂ ITC of 21-22.
Yes. Is it correct or not?
Yeah, it is correct. But you have to pay interest. നിങ്ങളുടെ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ്, ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സിന്റെ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് you have to pay.
മന്ത്ലി ഫയലിംഗ് പോസിബിൾ ആണോ സാർ അങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോ?
ഏതോ
കറസ്പോണ്ടിങ് മന്ത്ലി ടാക്സ് അടയ്ക്കാതെ റിട്ടേൺ ഫയൽ ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കുമോ?
അല്ല, അതായത് അദ്ദേഹം
സാർ ബാലകൃഷ്ണൻ സാർ പറഞ്ഞ അനുസരിച്ച് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായത് അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് 2021 ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ് ലയബിലിറ്റി ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
അതെ,
പെൻഡിങ് ആയിരുന്നത്. ആ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ് ലയബിലിറ്റി 21-22 എക്സസ് ഇൻപുട്ടിന് അഗനിസ്റ്റ് സെറ്റ് ഓഫ് എടുക്കാം എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ചോദ്യമാണ് അദ്ദേഹം ചോദിച്ചത് ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നു.
അതെ,
പക്ഷേ
അല്ല,
ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ അതായിരുന്നല്ലേ ബാലകൃഷ്ണൻ സാറേ? എന്റെ സാർ അവിടെ ഒരു പ്രശ്നം, ഈ 2021 ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ് ലയബിലിറ്റി പേ ചെയ്യാതെ എങ്ങനെ റിട്ടേൺസ് ഫയൽ ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കും?
ഹലോ രംഗത്ത് സാർ പറയൂ, എന്താണ് യാതൊരു പ്രശ്നമില്ല. അത് രണ്ടു വിധത്തിൽ അടയ്ക്കാം. ഒന്നുകിൽ DRC 03 അടയ്ക്കാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ടോണി സാർ പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ 3Bയിൽ കൂട്ടിയിട്ട് ഉള്ള ഇൻപുട്ട് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് അടയ്ക്കാം. അവിടെ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് കൂടി അടയ്ക്കണം. ആ 18% ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് കൂടി ആ മാസത്തെ 3Bയിൽ അടച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവണം. അതിനകത്ത് യാതൊരു
അടയ്ക്കാം.
ആ ചർച്ച നീട്ടിക്കൊണ്ടു പോകണ്ട. അത്
Thank you very much. VRS Neelanand sir, am I audible? VRS Neelanand sir, am I audible? Is any query regarding Tamil or something like that? You may please manage or yeah.
Yes, please, sir. After my
sir.
Yes, sir. After my guru, Mr. Sedu, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure,
because
sir,
you motivated from the Tamil Nadu peoples. That's the thing.
Yes, sir.
So we are nearby.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
I think I hope that the chat box everything is answered.
Yes,
If
please,
anything
please.
not answered, you can raise once again.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
We are waiting for 2 minutes. No problem.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Because regarding us, there may be delicacy to how to question, how to answer it. There won't be any delicacy. You can ask anything in any language. Yeah. Sorry, sir.
2 പോയിന്റ് ആഡ് ചെയ്യാനുണ്ട്. നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞതിന്റെ കൊടുത്ത അവസരം തരണേ.
പറഞ്ഞോളൂ പറഞ്ഞോളൂ.
Please.
അതിനെന്താ ഇപ്പൊ ചെയ്തോളൂ. Yes.
IPT എടുക്കുന്ന കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞപ്പോ you have told the taking of the IPT. Some persons from all over Kerala, the 0.1% duty, 0.1% is charging on the for the materials transferred for export. Said to be the materials transferred for the export, merchant exporter. They would if the merchant exporter, they would have the member of the Export Promotion Council of India or any alliances. In Kerala, the 0.1% tax is being done on invoices, but the merchant exporter is not having the registration with the Export Promotion Council of India, and the other terms and conditions also have to be completed. The other terms and conditions are the goods purchased have to be exported within 90 days of purchase, and the documents related to the purchase, related to the export have to be submitted to the proper officer of the supplier and the supplier. This is not being done by the persons. So, if any is done during the year, the documents are not produced, the amount has to be paid as extra through the DRC 03 or otherwise during this month itself. Otherwise, it will be a harm to the dealer. That one thing. The another thing.
Okay. Thank you, Aniruddhan sir.
The another thing, the e-way bill also have to be checked whether the whether the invoices are, whether outward supplies are already done in accordance with the e-way bill. That also has to be checked with the returns and other thing, and has to be completed before the stipulated date.
Exactly.
എക്സ്പോർട്ട് ഡ്യൂറിംഗ് ദ കോഴ്സ് ഓഫ് എക്സ്പോർട്ട് അവര് LUT-യുടെ റെഫറൻസ് നമ്പർ കൂടി ചോദിക്കുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ സാറേ.
അതുകൂടി കൊടുക്കണം, എല്ലാം കൊടുക്കണം. Has to be given. All the things has to be given.
അത് നമ്മൾ ഡീംഡ് എക്സ്പോർട്ടിൽ പോകുമ്പോൾ അത് ആവശ്യപ്പെടുന്നുണ്ട്. ഡയറക്റ്റ് എക്സ്പോർട്ടിനും ഡീംഡ് എക്സ്പോർട്ടിനും ആവശ്യപ്പെടുന്നുണ്ട്. LUT ബേസിൽ ഇപ്പൊ LUT റെഫറൻസ് നമ്പർ ഉണ്ട്. LUT നമ്മൾ വൺസ് സബ്മിറ്റ് ചെയ്തെങ്കിൽ LUT റെഫറൻസ് നമ്പർ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ.
അതെ, അത് കൊടുക്കണം. അല്ല, ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ഒക്കെ വാട്ടർ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് കൊടുക്കണം. അത് കൊടുത്തിട്ടില്ല എങ്കിൽ അവരെ ടാക്സ് അടയ്ക്കണം. അത് ഇനിയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഞാൻ ഈ വലിയൊരു സദസ്സിൽ അത് അവതരിപ്പിക്കുകയാണ്. ഈ എക്സ്പോർട്ടിന് വേണ്ടി മർച്ചന്റ് എക്സ്പോർട്ട് സാധനം വാങ്ങുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും 0.1% ഇങ്ങനെ അടിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അത് അവർക്ക് വലിയൊരു ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുണ്ടാക്കും. അത് ഒരിക്കലും അത് ഇത്തരം കണ്ടീഷൻസ് വന്നാൽ മാത്രമേ അത് ചെയ്യാവുള്ളൂ എന്നുള്ള കാര്യം ഞാൻ എല്ലാവരും ശ്രദ്ധയിൽ ഒന്ന് അവതരിപ്പിക്കുകയാണ്.
ഡയറക്റ്റ് എക്സ്പോർട്ട് പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാന്നുള്ള ഒരു ക്രൈറ്റീരിയ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ.
അതെ, എല്ലാ ക്രൈറ്റീരിയയും പാലിക്കണം. കാരണം ഇത് 90 ദിവസം കൊണ്ടുപോയിരിക്കണം, എക്സ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്തിരിക്കണം, ഡോക്യുമെന്റ്സ് സബ്മിറ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കണം, എക്സ്പോർട്ട് പ്രൊമോഷൻ കൗൺസിൽ ഓഫ് ഇന്ത്യയിൽ മെമ്പർ ആയിരിക്കണം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ അലയൻസിൽ മെമ്പർ ആയിരിക്കണം. എങ്കിൽ
that means if the criteria is not filled, the transaction cannot be treated on export side. Okay.
Export side. That is why I am told. അതും e-way bill-ന്റെ കാര്യവും നിർബന്ധമായിട്ടും ചെയ്തിരിക്കേണ്ട കാര്യമാണ്. അത് എല്ലാവരും ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക. അതിനുവേണ്ടി ഞാൻ ഈ വേദിയിൽ
താങ്ക് യു അനിരുദ്ധൻ സാർ. ഓക്കെ, ടോണി സാർ, വേറെ എന്തെങ്കിലും പോയിന്റ്സ് നമ്മൾ മിസ്സായത് വല്ലതും ആഡ് ചെയ്യാനുണ്ടോ സാർ? ടോണി സാർ, okay, no problem. Anyway, Vipinji, can we conclude it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, as a part of learning.
ചെറിയ കാര്യം, നമ്മുടെ ബാലകൃഷ്ണൻ സാർ ചോദിച്ച ആ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നമുക്ക് കൺക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിച്ചില്ലായിരുന്നു. കാരണം അദ്ദേഹം ചോദിച്ചത് മാർച്ച് മാസത്തെ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ് ലയബിലിറ്റി, that means 2020-21 if he has some output tax liability, whether it can be adjustable in 2021-22. That is his question. Okay, ബാലകൃഷ്ണൻ സാർ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ?
സാർ പറഞ്ഞ് കൺക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്തു. You are not disconnected. You are not connected. It was concluded.
അതിൽ ഒരു കാര്യം ചോദിച്ചോട്ടെ. അങ്ങനെ നമുക്കൊരു മാർച്ച് മാസത്തിലെ സെയിൽ മിസ് ചെയ്തു എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുക. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഒരു സെയില് നമുക്ക് സെപ്റ്റംബർ മാസത്തെ റിട്ടേണിൽ കാണിക്കുന്നതിന് എന്താണ് തടസ്സം? അങ്ങനെയുണ്ട് എങ്കിൽ ആ മാസത്തെ 3Bയിലെ ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് സെറ്റ് ഓഫ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് എന്താണ് തടസ്സം?
ഒരു തടസ്സവും
സെറ്റ് ഓഫ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് തടസ്സമില്ല. പക്ഷെ ഇവിടെ പറഞ്ഞ അദ്ദേഹം അങ്ങനെയല്ല പറഞ്ഞത്. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ അതായിരുന്നില്ല. മാർച്ച് മാസത്തെ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ് ലയബിലിറ്റി സബ്സിക്വന്റ് ആയിട്ട് മാസത്തിൽ സെറ്റ് ഓഫ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ ഇല്ലോ എന്നുള്ളതായിരുന്നു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. മാർച്ച് മാസത്തിലെ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ് ലയബിലിറ്റി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മിസ്സിംഗ് ഓഫ് സെയിൽസ് അല്ലല്ലോ പറഞ്ഞത്. അപ്പൊ അതിന് ഞാൻ
സെയിൽസ് നമ്മൾ മാർച്ചിൽ ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്യാതെ പിന്നെയുള്ള ഏതെങ്കിലും മാസങ്ങൾ ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ പ്രശ്നം വരിക.
ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് പോസിബിൾ. കാരണം സബ്സിക്വന്റ് ആയിട്ട് ബിഫോർ സെപ്റ്റംബറിൽ എവിടെ ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്ത് ടാക്സ് അടയ്ക്കാമല്ലോ നമുക്ക്.
അടയ്ക്കാം. അപ്പൊ നോർമലി ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആ ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് സെറ്റ് ഓഫ് ചെയ്യും.
Avail ചെയ്യാം.
നോർമലി ഒരു പ്രശ്നമേ ഉള്ളൂ, 18% റേറ്റ് ഓഫ് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് അടയ്ക്കേണ്ടി വരും ഫുൾ എമൗണ്ട്.
Yes.
അതന്നെ 18% ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് അടിക്കണം. അതാണ്
ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് അടയ്ക്കേണ്ടി വരും. മിസ്സിംഗ് ഓഫ് സെയിൽസ് റിപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്ത് മിസ്സിംഗ് വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിന് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് അടയ്ക്കേണ്ടി വരും.
മറ്റേ അവിടെ വന്നത് നെറ്റ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ് ലയബിലിറ്റി ആണ് ഞാൻ മെയിൻ ചെയ്തത്. കാരണം നെറ്റ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടാക്സ് ലയബിലിറ്റി വരിക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ റിട്ടേൺ ഫയൽ ചെയ്യാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് പ്രൊസീഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റൂല.
3B റിപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവുമല്ലോ.
ഫയൽ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്.
ഇപ്പൊ നില്ലായി പോയി, മിസ്റ്റേക്ക് ആയിട്ട് നില്ലായി പോയി, അതാ കാര്യം.
എന്നുവെച്ചാൽ അതിലൊരു കോംപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ഉണ്ട്, പക്ഷെ ഓരോ ഇഷ്യൂസും നമ്മൾ ഒന്നൊന്നായിട്ട്
അതെ അതെ,
solve ചെയ്ത്
ഒന്ന്
പോകേണ്ടി
ഒന്ന് ഒന്ന് കോർക്കണം. ഏതായാലും ഭരണി സാർ, ടോണി സാറിന് അറിയുമല്ലോ അല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ, ഇനിയുള്ളതൊരു ചാർജിങ് സെഷൻ ആണ്. ടോണി സാർ ചാർജ് ചെയ്തോളൂ. ഓക്കെ, പറഞ്ഞുള്ളൂ ടോണി സാറെ. എനിവേ, can we conclude? Bipinji, can we conclude?
Any question?
അതെ.
9 and 10
അവിടെ ലൈവ് സെഷനിൽ ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ നോക്കേ? ഓക്കെ,
ഇല്ല, ലൈവ് സെഷനിൽ കമന്റ്സുകളേ ഉള്ളൂ, ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഒന്നുമില്ല. ഞാൻ ചെക്ക്
ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഒന്നുമില്ല, നോക്കിയതാണ് അല്ലേ? അപ്പോ നമുക്കൊരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യാം. Can we do one thing? The thing is, in this forum, I wish to inform that the two people are 17 years of age. One is our Anirudhan sir and one is our Sedhu sir. They are 17 years in the sense that 17. No, don't be argue. 17, not 70, because they are the people who had governed it and made this made this platform very fruitful and very thoughtful. And while counting the timing, they are the two persons they had talked more than our young dynamic peoples. So hats off to Anirudhan sir, hats off to moderators, hats off to Tony sir, hats off to each and every member. So luckily we can conclude it. Am I right?
Yeah.
And the one wonderful thing is at the time of admission it is 100. Still now it is ranging 65. So the people who are willing to have a knowledge session is very high. We can have we can purchase a high platform of Zoom so that we can have a wonderful study class and everything else. And the wonderful speakers, I think Chartered Accountant and company secretaries and everything are always with us, and they will impart us the good knowledge. It will be of much helpful. Why we are turning this in English? Because Tony sir knows each and everything. The pulse, the people are from all over the India is in this thing, so that we can conclude Vipinji. Okay. Officially, you may please conclude.
Yeah. Okay. And thank you, Venuji. And എന്താ പറയുക, നല്ലൊരു ഓൾ കേരള ബേസിസ് നല്ലൊരു സെഷൻ നമുക്കിവിടെ കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റി. എല്ലാവർക്കും എസ്പെഷ്യലി
ഓൾ ഇന്ത്യ ബേസിസിൽ
സോറി ഓൾ ഇന്ത്യ ബേസിസിൽ പ്രോഗ്രാം നമുക്ക് നടത്താൻ സാധിച്ചു. എസ്പെഷ്യലി Sedhu sir and Santosh sir and very informative ആയിട്ട് നമ്മളുടെ അവിചാരിതമായിട്ട് നമ്മളുടേക്ക് എത്തി ടോണി സാർ. അദ്ദേഹത്തിനെ കാണാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞു എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഇതിനകത്തുള്ള ഏറ്റവും വലിയ പ്രത്യേകത. അദ്ദേഹത്തിനെ കണ്ടിട്ട് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു നമ്മുടെ വോയിസ് ക്ലബ് ഹൗസിൽ മാത്രം വോയിസ് കേട്ടോണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന അമ്പ്രാട്ട്, രവി സാർ ഉണ്ട്, യാഹിയ, എല്ലാവരും നന്നായിട്ട് എല്ലാവരുടെയും പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേഷൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എന്തായാലും നമുക്ക് ഈ ഒരു വേദിയിൽ ഈ ഒരു ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി എല്ലാവരും ഉപയോഗപ്പെടുത്തിയതിൽ മീൻസ് എല്ലാവർക്കും വളരെയധികം നന്ദി. എസ്പെഷ്യലി സേതു സാർ, ടോണി സാർ, വേണുജി, തങ്കച്ചൻ സാർ, അനിരുദ്ധൻ സാർ, നീലകണ്ഠൻ സാർ, റിയാസ്, ഒത്തിരി പേര്, എല്ലാവർക്കും നന്ദി. താങ്ക് യു വെരി മച്ച്. ക്ലോസ് ചെയ്തോട്ടെ വിത്ത് പെർമിഷൻ. വേണുജി മ്യൂട്ടാണ്.
Yes, we can wind up. Thank you from my heart.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.